Have you ever felt exhausted by this familiar cycle? Every day you wake up, dive into work for 8, 10 hours sometimes, even putting in overtime on weekends to ensure everything gets done. But when the end of the month rolls around, you open your banking app only to see a balance of a few million VND, or worse, a big fat zero. Meanwhile, as you scroll through social media, you come across young people flaunting their carefree lifestyles, retiring early at 30, checking in at the Maldives, living comfortably off passive income from investments. And you're stressing over a 50,000 VND coffee or a utility bill. That's a few hundred thousand higher than usual. Sound familiar, doesn't it? I've been there too. There were months when I got my paycheck paid, the rent, spent on food and a few shopping sprees, only to be shocked when I realized I had nothing left to save. I even asked myself, why am I working so hard for this? But after years of trial and error, I uncovered a crucial truth. You don't need to quit your job, start a company, or chase get-rich-quick opportunities to build wealth. The secret lies in your mindset and actions. Stop thinking like an employee who just waits for the next paycheck and start acting like a smart investor. Your 9-to-5 job isn't a cage holding you back. It's the springboard to financial freedom. In this article, I'll walk you through 10 practical steps complete with real-life stories from myself and those around me to help you build wealth sustainably and intelligently without abandoning your current job or diving into risky financial ventures. Are you ready to transform your financial future? Let's get started. Step 1. Turn your job into a smart ATM machine. Your job is your source of financial seeds, the initial capital to grow your wealth. But most of us get trapped in a dangerous financial cycle. Get paid, pay bills, eat out, shop, and then the money's gone. By the end of the month, you're waiting for the next paycheck and the cycle repeats. I've been there. 1 month, I received a 20 million VND paycheck, paid 6 million for rent, spent a few million eating out and buying clothes, and by the end of the month, I was left with just 1 million VND. I wondered, what am I doing wrong? A wealthy mindset starts with how you view your income. Instead of thinking, what can I buy with this salary? Ask yourself, how can this salary multiply many times over? Here's how to do it. Set a freedom percentage. As soon as you get your paycheck, automatically transfer 10 to 30% into a separate investment account. For example, my friend Min, who earns 25 million VND a month, set up an automatic transfer of 5 million VND to a stock account to buy ETFs. After 3 years, thanks to compound interest, that amount grew to nearly 200 million VND without him having to do much extra work. See your job as a source of financial ammunition. Each month, you're accumulating capital to build your future, not to spend immediately. Practical tip: open a dedicated investment account through banks like Vietcombank or Techcombank or platforms like TCBS or SSI. The key is to never withdraw money from this account unless it's for further investments. Let your money work for you. Step 2. Automate your finances like a smart, lazy person. The biggest difference between the rich and the average person lies in how they manage money. The wealthy automate their finances so that money flows into wealth buckets, like investment funds, savings, or emergency funds, before they have a chance to spend it. I used to think I needed to manually control every expense, but the result was that I often forgot to save or gave in to the temptation of unnecessary purchases. When I switched to automation, everything changed. Automation is like turning on autopilot for your financial vehicle. You don't have to wrestle with the urge to buy new shoes or the latest smartphone every month. Here's how to do it. Set up automatic transfers. As soon as your paycheck arrives, have your bank automatically transfer 10% to an investment fund, 10% to an emergency fund, and 10% to a discretionary spending fund. For example, my colleague Lan, who earns 15 million VND a month, set up an automatic transfer of 3 million VND to a savings fund. After 2 years, she had 72 million VND in her emergency fund without much thought. Use supporting tools, banking apps like Vietcombank, Techcombank, or investment platforms like FinHey or TCBSS make it easy to set up automatic transfers. You set it up once and forget about it. The psychology behind it. Humans love what's easy. When you automate, building wealth becomes a natural habit, like brushing your teeth every morning. Step 3. Keep your lifestyle simple but don't limit your ambitions. One of the biggest mistakes I ever made was lifestyle inflation. When my salary increased from 18 million to 23 million VND instead of saving the extra 5 million, I rented a fancier apartment and bought a new phone. The result? My account still had no savings. A wealthy mindset requires you to lock your lifestyle at its current level and use any extra income as fuel for investments. Maintain your old spending habits. If your salary increases by 5 million VND, transfer that amount directly to investments instead of upgrading your lifestyle. For example, my friend Hung kept his lifestyle the same even when his salary rose from 20 million to 30 million VND. He invested the extra 10 million VND each month into stocks, and after 4 years, his assets exceeded 500 million VND. Reward yourself with control. Instead of buying a 30 million VND iPhone, treat yourself to a nice 200,000 VND meal. Small rewards keep you motivated without derailing your financial plan. Remind yourself of bigger goals. I stuck a note on my desk that says, "Buy a house by age 35" to remind myself that financial freedom matters more than flashy possessions. Step 4. Turn your job into a skill forge. Your 9-to-5 job isn't just a place to earn money. It's a training ground for skills that multiply your wealth: communication, sales, time management, or leadership. These skills will open doors to side income in the future. I used to be an ordinary office worker, but by learning to write reports and give presentations, I started creating YouTube content and earning significant extra income. Absorb knowledge from your work environment. Take advantage of colleagues, bosses, or projects to learn. I once volunteered for a data analysis project at my company, which taught me advanced Excel skills. Now I teach Excel online and earn an extra 10 million VND a month. Take on projects outside your comfort zone. If you're in HR, learn about personal branding for future consulting. If you're in marketing, try your hand at content creation projects. Long-term mindset. Work not just for your boss, but for your future self. The skills you build today will unlock opportunities like freelancing, consulting, or even starting a YouTube channel like Golden Rules. Step 5. Invest to let your money work for you. Saving is a good start, but it's not enough to beat inflation. Investing is the key to financial freedom. The formula for wealth is simple: money, X time, X consistency. I used to keep my money in a savings account with a 5% interest rate. But when I switched to index funds, my wealth grew much faster. Take advantage of retirement programs. If your company offers a retirement plan or matching funds, join immediately. In Vietnam, ask about supplemental insurance or retirement funds. Invest in index funds. Funds like VTI SCD or ETFs through TCBS or SSI are safe and effective options. For example, my acquaintance Mai invested 2 million VND a month in the VN30 fund since 2019. Today, her investment has doubled thanks to compound interest. Reinvest and stay calm. Don't panic sell when the market dips. It's an opportunity to buy more. Imagine this: 1 million VND invested today at an 80% compound interest rate could become 10 million VND in 20 years. That's a gift you give your future self. Step 6. Control your spending, like a CEO. If you don't measure, you can't manage. I was shocked when I checked my bank statement and realized I was spending 2 million VND a month on coffee and dining out. A study shows that the average person wastes 260 million VND a year on things like unused subscriptions, impulsive shopping, or extravagant dining. Audit your spending monthly. Spend 30 minutes each month reviewing your bank statement. I canceled a Netflix subscription I rarely used, saving 200,000 VND a month. Ask before spending, will this purchase make me richer or happier? If the answer is no, skip it. Invest your savings immediately. My friend Tuan cut 1 million VND from his monthly dining out budget and invested it in a bond fund. After 3 years, he had an extra 40 million VND without sacrificing much. Step 7. Build multiple income streams quietly. The average millionaire has 7 income streams, while most people rely solely on their salary. You don't need to work 18 hours a day. Just let your money work 24/7. I started my YouTube channel as a side income stream, and now it generates significant income with just a few hours of work each week. Leverage your existing skills. If you're good at writing, try freelance writing on Upwork. If you know real estate, invest in rental properties. Real life story. Hung, a teacher, started selling online English courses. She records videos on weekends and earns an extra 15 million VND a month. Scale your income. Your first side income teaches you how to multiply money. From there, you can create a second or third stream, like dividend investments or a small business. Step 8. Protect your wealth, like a witness protection program. Building wealth without protecting it is like driving a luxury car without brakes. A financial accident like illness or job loss can wipe out everything. I once saw a friend lose all their savings because they didn't have an emergency fund when a health issue arose. Build an emergency fund. Save enough to cover 3-6 months of expenses. If you spend 10 million VND a month, set aside 30-60 million VND for this fund. Get insurance, health, home, or life insurance. If you have dependents, is essential. I bought health insurance for 5 million VND a year, giving me peace of mind. Use emergency credit cards cautiously. Only use them when absolutely necessary and pay on time to avoid interest. Step 9. Negotiate and position yourself like a boss. You're not underpaid. You lack leverage. Want a raise. Prove your value. Last year, I negotiated a raise by presenting data. I saved my company 100 million VND by optimizing processes. The result, a 15% salary increase. Track your achievements. Record your contributions, like I increased the revenue by 10%, or I reduced order processing time by 20%. Negotiate with evidence. Prepare data and speak confidently, not emotionally. Seek new opportunities if needed. My friend Nam, an engineer, switched jobs and increased his salary from 20 million to 28 million VND after just one interview. Step 10. Think long-term, act. Daily. Building wealth isn't about luck, it's about daily strategy. I started investing 1 million VND a month 5 years ago. Now that amount has grown to over 80 million VND. Even though I'm no financial expert, invest consistently. Even a few 100,000 VND a month adds up thanks to compound interest. Keep expenses stable. Don't let lifestyle inflation ruin your plan. Focus on progress. My friend Lynn invested 500,000 VND a month in an open-end fund since 2018. Today, she has over 60 million VND, enough for a down payment on a house. These 10 steps don't require you to quit your job, take risks, or wait for a miracle. All it takes is habits, discipline, and a slight shift in mindset. Start today. Take action now. comment Stealth Wealth to commit to starting this journey. Stay engaged. Subscribe to the Golden Rules channel and turn on notifications to never miss valuable financial lessons. Keep learning. Check out our next content on building motivation to conquer your financial and life goals. Remember, every month you delay is a missed opportunity. Wealth isn't a destination, it's a choice. Whether you keep your job or not, that's your call. What will you choose? Thank you for joining me and see you in the next article.